Once upon a time, in ancient China, there lived 3 old monks. Their names are not remembered today, simply because they never revealed them to anybody. In China, they are simply known as the 3 laughing monks. They always traveled together and did nothing else but laugh. They entered a village or a town, stood in the center of its main square, and started laughing. Slowly but surely, the people who lived and worked there, and the passers-by, couldn't resist and had to start laughing as well. Until a small laughing crowd had formed, and eventually the laughing had spread to the whole village or town. That was the moment when the 3 old monks moved on to the next village. Their laughter was their only prayer, all of their teaching, because they never spoke to anybody. They just created that situation. All over China, they were loved and respected. The people had never known such spiritual teachers before or after. They seemed to communicate that life should be taken only as a great opportunity to laugh, as if they had discovered some kind of cosmic joke. So they traveled and laughed for many years, spreading joy and happiness throughout China. Until one day, while being at a particular village in the North Province, one of them died. The people were shocked and came running from afar, leaving the fields unattended for the day, only to witness the other 2 monks' reaction to this dramatic event. They were expecting them to show sorrow or even cry, and the whole village came to the place where the 3 monks were. 2 alive and 1 dead. But the 2 remaining monks were laughing only harder. They were laughing and could not seem to stop. So that a few of the good people who were assisting to this scene in disbelief approached them and asked them why they weren't mourning at all for their deceased friend. And for one time, the monks actually responded. Because yesterday, on our way to your village, he proposed a bet on who of us would beat the other 2 and die first. And now he won, the old rogue. He even had a testament prepared. The tradition required to wash the dead and change his clothes before putting him on the funeral pyre. But the old monk had explicitly asked to leave the old clothes on him, since he had never been filthy for 1 day. I never allowed any of the filth of this world to reach me through my laughter, his testament stated. So the old man's body was placed on the pyre with the garments he was wearing when he had arrived. And as the fire was lit and started licking on his clothes, to everyone's astonishment, suddenly fireworks of 100 colors went exploding up and down and to all directions. And finally, the people who had gathered there also joined the laughter of the 2 wise men. You see, in life, in your life, maybe the only reason that we are here on this earth is so we can laugh and laugh and never stop experiencing joy and laughter. So next time you face a problem, look in the mirror and just laugh the problem away. Because your joy is what makes you alive. This is Dare to Do Motivation Stories. Thanks for watching and stay blessed. Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a wise old monk. He was known far and wide for his wisdom and sense of humor. One day, a young and eager student named Sam approached the master and said, "Master, I want to learn the secret to happiness and success. Please teach me." Master Situ looked at Sam with a twinkle in his eye and said, "Very well, young one. But first you must complete a simple task. Go to the market and buy the biggest, juiciest watermelon you can find. Then carry it on your head and walk through the village without dropping it." Sam was puzzled but determined. He went to the market and found a massive watermelon. Balancing it on his head, he walked through the village with utmost concentration. As he passed by, people couldn't help but laugh and cheer him on. Some even joined in, clapping and making funny faces. Finally, after a bumpy journey, Sam reached Master Situ's hut. The watermelon was intact, and Sam was relieved. He looked at Master Situ, expecting to be praised for his accomplishment. But Master Situ burst into laughter. "Well done, young one," he exclaimed, wiping tears of mirth from his eyes. "You see, the secret to happiness and success is simple. Just like carrying that watermelon, life can be full of challenges and unexpected twists. But if you face them with a light heart and a sense of humor, you will find joy, even in the toughest moments." Sam couldn't help but laugh too, realizing the wisdom in Master Situ's words. From that day on, he approached life with a smile, facing challenges with the same determination he used to carry that watermelon. And whenever he felt overwhelmed, he would remember the funny watermelon lesson and find the strength to keep going. You see, in life, in your life, embrace challenges with a sense of humor, and you will find that life's journey becomes a joyful adventure filled with laughter and success. Be determined, but don't take yourself so seriously. And whenever you feel down or defeated, remember something funny that once happened to you. This is Dare to Do Motivation Stories. Thank you so much for watching, and stay blessed. Once upon a time, there was a very lazy man in a village. He would keep trying to get food without doing any hard work. One morning, while wandering around the countryside, he decided to steal some apples to eat. As soon as he tried to pick an apple, a farmer saw him and started coming at him. The lazy man got scared and ran into the forest nearby to hide. While walking through the forest, he saw an old wolf with only 2 legs. The man wondered how that wolf was surviving with only 2 legs. The wolf could not run or feed himself, and there were threats from other animals. But he was happily crawling around. Suddenly he saw a lion coming towards the wolf with a piece of meat in its mouth. The lazy man climbed up the tree to save himself, but the wolf stayed because he could not run away. But the man's eyes were on stalks as he saw the lion left the piece of meat for the wolf to eat. The lazy man felt happy seeing God's play. He started to think that God always has a plan set to take care of his creations. Then he believed that God must have something planned for him too. So he left to find a place to sit and wait for someone to feed him. He waited. He waited. He waited there for 2 days without any food. Finally, he couldn't bear the hunger and left. He met an old sage on the way. He told everything to the sage and asked, "Oh, wise one, God showed mercy to the crippled wolf, but why didn't he show mercy to me?" The old sage answered, "It's true that God has a plan for everyone. You are obviously a part of his plan. But son, you took his signs in the wrong way. He didn't want you to be like the wolf. He wanted you to be like the lion. Sometimes in life we can misread God's signs for us and take them in the wrong way. But don't despair. Maybe contemplate about your life so far and think about what God's signs you have possibly misread in your life. I hope this story could shine a light on the more happier and more successful path that you can take in life. Thanks for watching and stay blessed. A story by Suzuki Roshi. Once upon a time, a professor went to a Zen master. He asked him to explain the meaning of Zen. The master quietly poured a cup of tea. The cup was full, but he continued to pour. The professor could not stand this any longer, so he questioned the master impatiently. "Why do you keep pouring when the cup is full?" "I want to point out to you," the master said, "that you are similarly attempting to understand Zen while your mind is full. First, empty your mind of preconceptions before you attempt to understand Zen. If your mind is empty, it is always ready for anything. It is open to everything. In the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities. In the expert's mind, there are few. You see, in life, in your life, we all are full of preconceptions all the time. We are constantly judging and trying to relate things, actions, disasters to one another. But this is wrong. Our mind must be empty. We should not have any preconceptions, and we should take every event, every word, every feeling as what it is. Keep an empty mind, and your heart will be always full. This is Dare to Do Motivation Stories. Thanks for watching, and stay blessed.